Hey guys, Tony Bonvecchio at the Strength House in Worcester, Massachusetts. I'm going to talk about soft tissue work for the forearms, biceps, and triceps. This is important for anybody who does a lot of heavy gripping in the weight room, or especially throwing athletes who tend to have a lot of pain in their elbows or in their shoulder. So multiple different ways that you can attack this, and we're going to start with a couple of the smaller tools that we use and then move on to the barbell. So for the smaller tools, we like to use a lacrosse ball first, which is much just like foam rolling for your upper back, your legs, whatever it might be. We just use a smaller item because it fits the body part better. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my forearm into the lacrosse ball and push into a hard surface like a plyo box or a bench. I'm just going to roll back and forth, covering the bottom side of my forearm, and then I can turn over and do the same on the top of my forearm. I can do the same thing now for my tricep, so I just get the ball on my tricep and roll back and forth. And then same thing for the bicep. I'm going to turn my thumb down. I like to get on the edge of the box here so I can move my arm around a little bit more and just getting through all those areas there. So that's just like basic foam rolling. Now we're going to move on to the AccuMobility ball. We really like these because these stay stationary, they don't roll around, and this is a good way to do a little bit more active release. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my forearm down into the AccuMobility ball. I'm going to use my free hand to push down and apply a little more pressure, and then I'm just going to move the wrist around, up and down. So I'm taking that muscle and I'm contracting and relaxing to help get a little bit more active release. So I can do that for my forearm. I can also do that for my tricep. So put the ball on the back of my arm, straighten my arm and bend it, do a couple reps there, and then same thing for the bicep. Again, on the end of the bench, so I have a little bit more room to move around. I'm gonna bend my arm and straighten my arm. So that's a little bit more active release with the AccuMobility ball. And then if you don't have these tools, or even if you do and you just want to get a little bit more of an intense release, we can use the barbell set up on safety pins in a power rack. So this is a really good way to kind of shotgun blast these areas. It can be pretty intense, but you can also get a lot of relief from it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with my forearms, and I like to put this on safety rails just so I have a lot of room to roll around. Obviously the barbell is very tough. It's not going to have any give to it like a lacrosse ball would, so this can give you a really good amount of relief here. So rolling around on the bottom of my forearm, the top of my forearm, triceps, biceps, and then of course you can do all the same active release motions that we did the AccuMobility ball. So here I'm just going to pin the barbell down on the pins, move my wrist around, bottom of my forearm, top of my forearm, triceps, and biceps. So between the lacrosse ball, the AccuMobility ball, and the barbell set up on the pins, you've got a lot of different ways to take care of those tissues of your forearms, biceps, and triceps.